Hello, it's Aaron again, bringing you another random rambling video. I started this on Thursday, September 11th, 2025 at 4:10 a.m. Along with welcoming you to my channel, allow me to thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe before sharing this video and turning on the post notification bell. Let's start with the obvious, the fact that it is September 11th, in 2025, the 24th anniversary of that fateful Tuesday in 2001 when nearly 3,000 people lost their lives when 10 cowards divvied up between two airplanes crashed into the World Trade Center towers. So please keep the memories of those loved ones, the loved ones of those 3,000 innocent people, and the family members of those 3,000 innocent people in our hearts and in our minds and in our prayers. I'm sure the healing is not completely healed for those loved ones and family members. I wasn't alive when Kennedy was shot, but they say everybody remembers where they were when Kennedy was shot. Or when they heard, I guess, when Kennedy was shot. When they heard Kennedy was shot. I'll never forget the morning of this tragedy, 9/11, 2001. I was just waking up, having to go to work soon, and my sister called, and she said, "Are you up?" I said, I'm just getting up to turn the TV on." I said, "What channel?" She said, "Any channel." So, of course, I got up and turned the TV on, and every channel said the same thing. "America under attack." I'm like, what's going on? I thought maybe we were being attacked by some other nation. And then I saw that, and then I saw live, as so many other people did, the second tower being crashed into by an airplane, and I got scared. I was scared and mad and everything else all at one time. Confused. And how many more airplanes are coming? That's what America wanted to know. Are there more planes that have been? There was one more plane that was hijacked, and they believed it was going toward the Pentagon. That airplane crashed into a field, killing everybody on board, including the terrorists, but no other people. And it's believed that's the plane that is believed that a certain amount of heroic passengers broke into the cockpit and then took the plane down, fighting off the terrorists and taking the plane down themselves into a field where no one else would get hurt. Others say they saw a missile hit that plane, and believe that the military scrambled some fighter jets to take that plane down to make sure no more people died. I mean, the people on the plane were going to die anyway. They figured, I guess. I have no problem personally if the government took down that last plane. I mean, innocent people died on that plane as well. The passengers of that plane died. I think they all died when the plane crashed in that field. And even if it was the government who took the plane down with a missile after scrambling a fighter jet, I have no problem with that personally. That saved lives, probably. It cost the lives of the people in the airplane, but if they did what they did with the Twin Tower airplanes, then those people were dead anyway. And so they saved lives probably by doing that, in my opinion. So I have no personal problem with the government doing that. If they did, I would love to believe that, those heroic people on board broke into the cockpit, fought off the terrorists, and took the plane down into a safe field. Everyone wants to believe that, but it's very possible that the government scrambled some fighter jets to take it down before it hit the Pentagon or wherever else it was headed. It was headed toward Washington, so they wanted to make sure they took it down, I guess. I don't know exactly how it went, but the government wouldn't tell us the truth anyway, would they? I would be remiss to not also talk about the fact that Charlie Kirk was assassinated yesterday on the 10th of September, 2025. He was apparently a right-wing political activist and at least one person didn't agree with his views, apparently. It's a shame that people's political views are causing death and, assassination attempts. Donald Trump there was, I guess, there are officially 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump's life. Well, that's what that means. So there was at least 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump during his run for his second term as president, which he won, obviously. There was the first assassination attempt while he was giving a speech somewhere, I forget where. And then apparently while he was playing golf, there was people found with guns trying to kill him on a golf course. I don't know the details of that one, but that apparently also happened. So I guess that's at least 2 times they tried to assassinate Trump during his run for presidency. And it's a shame that, what is it? I guess it's just coincidence maybe that we've only heard about left-wing people trying to kill right-wing people. And apparently this left-wing person did kill a right-wing activist. So, it makes it sound like the left-wingers are crazy. Well, they are, liberal, and the right wing is conservative. So the idea is, generally speaking, that you wouldn't expect a right-wing conservative to go out killing people, whereas a liberal is more likely by design to go out and kill people. And that's been obvious lately. Well, not lately. Well, yesterday, and then during Trump's run. I'm sure there are left-wing activists that haven't been. There has been no assassination attempt on on them, and there are left-wing activists that have not been assassinated. Obviously, sounds like the right wing, who believes in who supports the guns that the left wing is so against. So the right wingers. Supporting their guns, their beloved guns, don't go out and shoot people with them. Apparently, it's people that shoot people, not guns that shoot people. So this person obviously had a gun, but it was a person who shot Charlie Kirk. It was a person who attempted to kill President Trump. And it was people every time. People who tried to kill President Trump, apparently left-wing people. Am I making a comment about the left wing? Perhaps, but not really. I'm just saying what a coincidence that it's the right wing who loves that the left wing says, oh, the right wing loves their guns. People are killing people because of the guns that the right wing allows people to have. But apparently, in this case, it was a left winger who had a gun who killed somebody. So, and that'll help propel or perpetuate the left wing's argument that there shouldn't be guns, that people shouldn't so readily get guns, high-powered rifles, automatic weapons, and semi-automatic and automatic weapons and whatnot, assault rifles, so on and so forth. And so this will further their, which is coincident, which is a coincidence that, a left-winger uses a gun to kill somebody, and then that same left wing will say, hey, he should have had a gun in the first place. And the right wing's going to say, well, yeah, you're right, he should have had a gun. He's a left-winger. So this is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of it's a back and forth. It's a catch-22 in a way. Maybe not exactly, but, one side says, the left wing will say you shouldn't have guns, and the right wing will say, yeah, well, wackos shouldn't have guns, like the one who killed a right-wing political activist. One who was probably a left-winger shouldn't have had that gun because he was a nut job. And I bet they don't. Apparently, they had someone in custody that they believed was the shooter, and that person was released. So now the shooter is at large, unless, as I speak, they found the actual shooter, and then they may have, by the time you watch this video, found the actual shooter. But right now, the shooter is at large. I'm willing to bet when they find the actual shooter that it is one, a left winger, and two, someone who's had a history of psychology, a history of being psychological impaired, or a history of violence, a history of violence in some way or another. So those people, I agree, should not have guns. Right wingers would not, that are nut jobs with the with the violence fast, should not have guns. Left wingers that are nut jobs with a violent history should not have guns. With a violent history or with a criminal history, they should not own guns in any way. So on this day, September 11th, 2025, let's remember the family and loved ones of those 3,000 innocent people that were lost on this day in 2001. And let's remember the loved ones and the family members of Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated yesterday. From what I understand, he had children and a wife that he left behind. And survived by his, I don't know how many children, and his wife. I'll find out here. I got my phone right here. Hey, Google, who was survived by Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk is survived by his wife, Erica Fronsva, and their 2 children.
He had 2 children and his wife, Erica. 2 children and his wife, Erica, were left without a husband/father due to this psycho job. To this nut job, I meant to say. This nut job. That's what I meant to say. It's a shame. There's people like that out there. And it wasn't the gun that killed Charlie Kirk. It was the nut job behind the gun that killed Charlie Kirk. Probably a left winger. That's my guess. And probably one who has psychological problems and one who has a criminal past. These people should not be allowed with guns. Left wingers? No. All the above. That's what I'm arguing. Left wingers should not be allowed to have guns. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not really saying that. I'm just saying that the chances are this was someone from the left side who shot Charlie Kirk yesterday, and it was someone with psychological problems and a criminal past. These are people that shouldn't be allowed. I don't care which side of the argument you're on, as far as the Second Amendment or against the Second Amendment. You should at least be for. I don't care if you're right wing or left wing. At least be for the fact that when you're psycho or when you have a criminal history, you should not be allowed to own high-powered rifles or assault weapons or any weapons perhaps at all. This is a tragedy. Charlie Kirk assassinated on September 10th, 2025. Died at the age of, let's see. Hey, Google, how old was Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk was 31 years old.
Wow, that's so young. He was 31. Oh my gosh. That's just a shame. I mean, it's a tragedy anyway, but to die so young for no reason, just for having his political views that differed from someone else's. What a shame. Who was he hurting by giving his political views? I guess he was a political activist. That's what I read. I didn't know who he was. And my friend Brandon yesterday told me that he was assassinated. I thought I knew who he was, but apparently not. There was somebody I saw on YouTube I thought was him, where he would offer students, he'd go to college campuses and offer students the microphone to debate him on various topics, and then he would debate against these people with their open microphone. And I thought that's who it was, but I don't think that's who it was. When I saw pictures of him, I don't think that's that's not who I remember. Maybe it was the same guy. I don't know, but my buddy Brandon told me about it, and I asked who he was, and he explained a little bit about the guy. I'm like, oh, I think I know him, but I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Maybe that is the guy I was thinking of, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, after almost 14:14 as I look down, after 14:14, I'm going to hang this up. I'm going to tell you 2 fingers 8 up club. See you when I see you. Pizza rolls. Before I go, I want to say again, keep the loved ones and family members of those 3,000 innocent people that died on this date in 2001 in your heart and in your prayers and in your mind. And keep the loved one, the wife, and the children of Charlie Kirk in your mind and in your prayers. I think you should do this. This should be done. And I guess I'm going to hang it up now. 2 fingers 8 up club. See you when I see you. Pizza rolls, get on out of here. Get out of my yard, you crazy kids.